What's going on, everyone? My name is Scorpion and welcome to the official coach reveal video for Battle Hub Draft League Season 3. I'm here with all the commissioners and it is our pleasure today to announce all the coaches that will be participating in the third season of Battle Hub Draft League. So, I'm sure you're all dying to know who the coaches are. Let's waste no further time. Let's get right into the first coach, which is... Yes, huge surprise. It is me, yours truly. Hello everyone, my name is Scorpion, I am the coach of the Leaf Agents, and I am also a Season 1 semi-finalist, made it that far in the first season of BHDL in history. And I'm also the new owner of BHDL, taking it over from the previous co-owner, which I'm very happy about. And another interesting little fact about me is my favorite Pokemon of all time is, of course, Big Bad Torterra. But I'm, of course, not the only coach in BHDL, so let me throw it over to coach number 2.
Alright people, it is I, and a reminder, we are returning as coach of the Demolition Force to Battle Hub Draft League Season 3. I was a finalist in Season 1, and in Season 2 I was a semi-finalist, and my favorite Pokemon of all time is Mewtwo. Now you might think it's Mew because it's the logo, but Mewtwo's stronger and it's the OG, so that's my favorite. And with that, I'm also joining the Battle Hub Draft League Season 3 as a commissioner. Trying to help everybody out here have a good time. So, with that, let's kick it on to our next commissioner. Who's it going to be?
Hey everybody, Captain Beanard here, and I am really excited to be returning this season as a commissioner, hoping to help the season and help the league grow and become even better. I am, of course, the coach of the Philadelphia Pidgeys, everybody's favorite underdog draft league team. I was a Season 1 semi-finalist here in the BHDL, and of course my favorite Pokemon is Unknown, and by Unknown I mean Unknown because I didn't reveal it, not Unknown the Pokemon. So, never be afraid to be different, people. Break that mold. That's what I always say. So, but with that being said, we have one more person on the commissioner team, and he is...
What's up, everyone? It's your boy, Brandon P. I find it an honor to be a commissioner this season to try to help the community grow and just keep the same community atmosphere that we've had for the past couple seasons. I didn't even make it to the playoffs in Season 1, but in Season 2, I was able to make it to the finals. So for anyone who's new to draft, just know you have nothing to be worried about. Just play your game. My favorite Pokemon is Cinderace. And if I didn't mention this, I'm the coach of the Piedmont Triad Kickers. And without a further ado, I'm going to pass it back to Scorpion.
Thank you. That is, of course, no one's surprise. All 4 commissioners will be participating with us in Battle Hub Draft League Season 3. Very excited to have them all on board, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to see the new, exciting, and returning coaches for BHDL. So let's get right into them, starting with... Virudu. Also known as Virudu from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. Yeah, yada yada, whole Just Weevil intro. Funny as hell. But anyway... Everyone's favorite coach of the Atacama Tyrannotars is back. It is Virudu. He is also the co-founder and former owner of BHDL. Very excited to have him back on board still. He is still here playing with us, which you love to see. He made it to the quarterfinals in both Season 1 and Season 2, so double playoffs contention, which is very impressive. And as no one, I'm sure, was able to guess, his favorite Pokemon of all time is Tyranitar. So glad to see Virudu back. That is our first returning coach. But of course we got more, so let's move right on to the next one, which is...
Addy is finally going to be joining the Battle Hub Draft League as a new coach in Season 3. And for those of you who don't know, way back in 2021, he created the first ever tournament within the Battle Hub Discord server that was the Battle Hub League, kind of like a foreshadowing forerunner to the Battle Hub Draft League. So very excited to finally have him join. And his favorite Pokemon is Hydrapple. And we've yet to see what their team name or their team logo is, but I'm sure it's going to be fire when it comes out. And with that, let's kick it off to our next coach. Who's it going to be?
And it is going to be, in fact, another brand new coach, and her name is Anastasia. So also our first female coach here in BHDL, which is, of course, very exciting for all of us. She is going to be the coach of Team Aquamarine. She already has her name and logo, as you can see there on the side. Very cool. But counterintuitively to that, her favorite Pokemon is actually going to be Serperior. So we're excited to have her on board for this season as well. And with that said, we're going to throw it over to our next coach, which is actually going to be a returning coach here from Season 1 and 2.
And it shouldn't be a surprise that Stefan, coach of the Grand Lake Garchomps, is returning. He's a Battle Hub Draft League veteran. He was a quarterfinalist in last season's competition. His favorite Pokemon is Latios, and he's definitely a coach to watch out for. And without a further ado, we have another new coach coming in. This will be his first season.
Another new, fun, fresh surprise for it. It is going to be none other than Lazy Boy, another new, fresh face for Battle Hub Draft League. He already has a lovely self-made logo and team name, Coach of the Sleepy Laxingtons. And it is very exciting to have Lazy Boy on board because he has been a very seasoned battler of the original Mother server, the Battle Hub Discord server, a very good rival of the YouTuber that binds us all together, the British underdog Just Weavile himself. And so I'm very excited to see Lazy Boy in Battle Hub Draft League. His favorite Pokemon of all time, also a very base choice in my opinion, of being Quaquaval, so I respect that. But with that said, let's move on to the next coach.
Our next coach is a returning coach from Season 1, the coach of the Down Under Crocodiles, Rolder. Good to see them back here in Season 3. Their favorite Pokemon is Registeel, and you guys better watch out for them, because let me tell you right now, they've been in training. They build some fire sets like Mine Psychic Lando T and Sandstorm Zapdos with Sandforce Probopass, so y'all best watch out. And with that, we'll move it on to our next coach. Who is it?
And our next coach is going to be another seasoned Battle Hub Draft League participant. He is none other than RK Niner. And of course, he is the coach, as you would imagine, of the West Texas Arcanines. Of course, a Season 1 and Season 2 participant here in HDL, and as you might be able to guess from the name and the logo, his favorite Pokemon is Arcanine. So, having said that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our next coach, another familiar face here from BHDL, and that is going to be...
And returning is going to be Lionel, coach of the Brawling Conkelders. He participated in Season 2 of the Battle Hub Draft League. He fell just a little short of making the playoffs, but I would not count him out. Because something to reiterate from earlier, I made it to the finals last season, but Lionel was one of the players who actually put me on my behind in our game, so he's definitely not someone to sleep on. His favorite Pokemon is Haxorus, and without a further ado, we have another... Well, actually, not a returning coach, but someone who is going to be new to the Battle Hub Draft League.
Another very fresh, surprising face, which I have the pleasure of announcing. It is going to be none other than my homie Sneezy Wims. Now, Sneezy is a very special individual because he does not come from the Battle Hub Mother server, but he has been a very, very good friend of mine, a new coach for Season 3, and he has been watching my and some other coaches' runs in Season 1, Season 2. He's been very passionately following BHDL, and it is now finally his time to shine as a coach himself. He also has a team name. He is the coach of the Whimsical Whimsicots. The work logo is still being worked on. Very excited to see how that turns out. And his favorite Pokemon of all time, another base choice in my opinion, is going to be, I bet you didn't know, Whimsicott. So I'm very excited to have Sneezy Wims on board. Let's hope we have a good time with him. But of course there are more coaches to come, so let's move right on to the next one.
Alright, and our next returning coach is going to be none other than the best not really, coach of the Piercing Pawniards. They were not able to make it to the playoffs in Season 1. They had a lot of close matches, but they didn't make it. But in Season 2, they came back with a vengeance, and they made it all the way to the semifinals. So y'all better watch out for them this season. So their favorite Pokemon is King Gambit, and their mascot is, of course, Ponyard. But the question is, will they finally draft someone from the Ponyard line? We'll have to see. Who's our next coach, though?
And coming in, another returning coach from this season is going to be Pokemaster88. He is the coach of the California Trailblazers. And if it's not apparent by his logo, his favorite Pokemon is Meowscarada. He's a veteran in this league, made playoffs one season and failed just ever so slightly short last season, but he's definitely not someone you want to count out. And draft is done now, right? That's the list, right?
That is going to be all coaches for BHCL Season 3. There are no other coaches that we are missing, I'm pretty sure. That is going to be your lineup.
Whoa, Scorpion. Hang on a second, buddy. I think you're forgetting somebody, aren't you?
Hold on.
I knew I was going to have to save this production. All right. And now, introducing the final participant in the BHDL 3. He is an original homegrown BHDL talent. Some call him a master strategist. Some call him the Iceman. Some call him the Draft League General. He is your Pokemon scholar. He owns the Pokemon Viola, but you may simply refer to him as Raymond. That's right, everybody. Raymond is back, of course. How could we have the HDL without him? He is, of course, the coach of the Mamoswine Doubters. He is, as I mentioned, the Pokemon Scholar and Viola, which means that he did win both Season 1 and Season 2 here in the Battle Hub Draft League. So he is currently the man to beat. And of course, his favorite Pokemon is Azumarill. So there you have it, folks. That is all 16 coaches that will be participating in BHDL 3.
Yep, and welcome to Season 3, all returning and new coaches alike. We are very excited to have you all on board, and that is your coach roster for Battle Hub Draft League Season 3. As for going forward, our draft order video, and like the order of which coaches will get to pick their Pokemon, will go live on YouTube on February 1st, and then the drafting itself will begin on Saturday, February 3rd in the draft channel of the Discord. With that, we want to thank you all for watching. A big good luck to all of the coaches we have in our season. We're very excited to have you all on board, and let's make it a good one. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all of the commissioners for organizing this season with me, and let May Season 3 soar to new heights in this third installment. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.